qualifications that get you into a group are different from the kinds of things that make you good at that particular discipline, right? So entrance criteria are different from excellence criteria. So here's an example. A simple example is you have to be tall to play basketball, right? That's an entrance criteria. You cannot be 5 feet and want to play in the NBA, right? But once you are tall, someone's height cannot reliably be used to predict their excellence at the task of being an NBA basketball player, right? I recently did a story about teachers, about what makes a teacher good. And teachers are a great example of this. You need to be relatively smart to be a teacher. But once you're smart enough, your IQ is no longer a good predictor of your ability to be a good teacher, right? It predicts entrance. It does not predict excellence. Well, IQ in general works this way. So you need to be smart enough to go to Harvard or Yale or Cambridge or Penn. But once you are smart enough to get in, your IQ is meaningless as a predictor of your performance while you're there. So this is, in fact, has led a number of very, very smart people to suggest that the ways in which Ivy League schools, for example, and this is a favorite hobby horse of mine because I didn't go to an Ivy League school and many of you did, so it's a wonderful opportunity for me to sort of get on my high horse. And I believe the last time I was here, I lectured at length on this, but I can't resist, so I'll return to it. The way in which schools like that, elite schools, run their admissions programs is nonsensical, right? They take a whole group of people who have almost basically identical entrance criteria, and they presume to be able to distinguish among them on the basis of those entrance criteria, right? You can't do it. You can't. All you can do, all you ought to be able to do if you're running an elite school is you say, here's a series of cutoff criteria. You've got to have at least X on your SAT. You must have at least X on your high school grades. You must have at least 2 really warm recommendations from interesting people. And after that, we're going to throw you into a hat, and we're going to take the names out, and the lucky ones get in, and the ones who lose the lottery don't. That is the only intellectually justifiable way to run an entrance into an elite institution. And anyone else who tells you otherwise is blowing smoke, right? It's nonsense. This is anyway, I could go on and on. But so it says that it's not to say that IQ is useless. It is only to say that IQ is of limited use in the prediction of excellence. And that was sort of one of the points I wanted to get at, because we are, of course, even though we routinely claim not to be, we are infatuated with IQ simply because we love the idea that this number is meaningful. But in fact, it's of a limited